The bloody Battle of Abawaku ended the one-year war. Zeon and the Federation signed an armistice soon after. Some of the Zeon forces, however, refused to accept their defeat, where they dreamed of restoring their nation to its former glory. UC0083, 3 years after the end of the one-year war. The Earth Federation Forces Torrington Base sits in eastern Australia, near the lingering scar of the colony drop. New pilot Ensign Ko Araki spends his days training and testing new models under the command of Lieutenant South Burning. This is the stage upon which the Albion, a Pegasus-class assault landing ship, alights. Ko gazes up at the ship, the same model as the White Base, which carried the legendary Mobile Suit Gundam during the one-year war. Suspecting there could be a Gundam-type mobile suit aboard, Ko and his fellow test pilot Chuck Keith make their way to the Albion's hangar. There they find two Gundams, the GP-01 and the GP-02A. The Albion has come to select pilots to test their new Gundams, developed by the military-industrial complex Anaheim Electronics under gravity. The ship has also been given another mission, the receipt of nuclear warheads stored within the base. As Ko is absorbed in the new Gundams, Anaheim Electronics system engineer Nina Purpleton calls out to him. She shoos the soldiers away, stating that maintenance is being performed on the mobile suits. None of them are aware that Nick Orville, a Zeon remnant operative, has infiltrated the Albion as a mechanic. Lieutenant Commander Anavel Gato, also of the Zeon remnants, makes contact with Orville, donning an EFF uniform and infiltrating Torrington Base. Unit 2 is loaded with a nuclear warhead as preparation for the tests proceeds. Amid this, the shadow of the Zeon remnants creeps toward the base.
You two there? You should know this is a restricted area.
I just have a quick question. The heavily armored one is an anti-nuclear unit, and the shoulder bazooka can mount a tactical warhead, right?
How did you... We're mounting it right now. Get out of here so we can focus on our work.
Damn, she's pissed. Come on, we should head back.
Hold on. It wouldn't hurt if we stayed just a little longer. Oh.
What an incredible mobile suit. You there, is the warhead loaded?
Yes, sir.
Then I think I'll try it out.
Gato climbs into Unit 2 without hesitation. Nina warns him to come down, but Gato is undeterred and utters a response that shocks the engineer to her core.
I claim this machine and its warhead for the restoration of Zeon.
Huh? Did he say Zeon? Help! Somebody stop Unit 2.
Huh.
Ensign Araki, what are you doing?
I'm a pilot too. I'll stop Unit 2. Please hurry and load the ammo.
Hull breach in the hangar, port side. Confirming extent of damage.
Captain, report from the hangar. Someone has taken Unit 2.
Taken? What do you mean, taken?
Missiles approaching. Distance 12,000. The port engine has been hit. Losing power. All sections damage report.
Calculate the firing point. Disperse Minovsky particles.
Captain Synapse, you must stop Unit 1. Ensign Uraki, a test pilot, is attempting to pursue and capture Unit 2.
Ensign Uraki, this is Synapse of the Albion. Leave Unit 2's pursuit to the other mobile suits and return immediately.
I can't do that. I'm the closest. And we can't lose Unit 2. I can do this.
Ga, connect me with the base commander.
Lieutenant, it's the Xeon. They've stolen Unit 2 and its nuclear warhead.
What? Let's go.
Lieutenant Commander Gadar.
Gailey, the operation worked. Time to go.
I won't let you go.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. Stage 1, Gundam Jack.
You could never hope to defeat me. Ensign Uraki, you are naive making an enemy of me.
What did you call me?
U-801. You're a little off target. Adjust. Seems the Lieutenant Commander has withdrawn. I'll give him a shot myself. You're not going anywhere.
A real FICO, can you believe it?
Don't go soft on me now, Ensign Iraqi. The enemy has withdrawn. We have to pursue and recapture Unit 2.
The false peace is shattered. Remnants of Zeon, led by Lieutenant Commander Gado, have raided Torrington Base and commandeered the GPO-2A. Ko, who was present by chance, boarded the GPO-1 in an attempt to stop Gato, but failed miserably in light of his opponent's overwhelming prowess. Torrington Base was largely destroyed in the attack, and its ranking officer was killed, flinging the EFF into utter chaos. Having received the order to pursue, Burning gathers the remaining pilots and mobile suits and initiates a chase. The squadron comprises both veterans and rookies. Among them is Ko, who burns to recapture Unit 2. The Albion, now commanding Torrington Base, informs the group of a newly detected Zeon Remnant recovery ship. Burning splits his forces in two, the better to find their quarry's rendezvous point. But the battle hardened. Principality of Zeon soldiers are ready for them. As the pursuing force proceeds through a dense fog, the Zeon remnants wait silently.
I wonder what they want with a nuke.
Who cares? They're nothing but sore losers. Better be careful though, they could be hiding anywhere, you know?
You mean they could be here, Ko?
I know. Either way, we're committed now.
Alan, don't scare them. You two just do as you were trained. I won't let them hurt you. All right, we're splitting up. Iraqi, you're with me.
Lieutenant Commander, we're leaving the moment we're locked. The Federation isn't far behind. Just stay there in the cockpit a little longer.
Understood. Ha, it is my mobile suit after all.
Is that Lieutenant Burning, Zeon recovery ship identified, requesting immediate rendezvous?
Understood, moving to join you. Ensign Iraqi, dive in the moment Alan shoots. Leave the other enemies to me.
Roger.
Lieutenant, please tell me the enemy escorts have withdrawn. They have, right? Right?
We'd be under attack otherwise. Still, don't let your guard down.
Yes, sir. Huh?
What?
Ah, Lieutenant.
Keith.
Uraki, attack the Komusai.
But, yes, sir.
Go, Iraqi. I'll deal with this one.
Lieutenant Burning.
Here they come. Hold the front. Wipe them out.
Wait, are they serious? Stop! I said, stop! Did I get them? Huh.
Damn you, Anavelgado did not wait 3 years. Just to let senseless fools impede our ideals.
Your ideals?
Gatto, the one from our modern warfare textbooks?
Anavelgado, the nightmare of Solomon.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. Stage 2, Endless Pursuit.
We will deliver true liberty to all space noids by severing Earth's wicked shackles with our sword of justice.
We're in a battle. What are you talking about?
You're an officer, aren't you? If you don't want to be a mere grunt, then look at the big picture.
Yes, sir.
Idiot, I'm your enemy.
This should do it.
Lieutenant Commander Darius is coming for recovery. We don't have time. I'll take over here, so please go.
You'd be facing them alone.
The ship couldn't pick up this hunk of junk anyway. Now go, for Operation Stardust.
My thanks.
Uraki, I have this one. You go after Gato.
Yes, sir.
No, I won't let you.
God damn it.
Returning you to the U-801, Lieutenant Commander. They sent a recovery ship, but we don't have time to wait for it.
Understood. Mark my words. I shall destroy all those who would hinder the restoration of Zeon.
The Zeon remnant's Anavel Gato, a man once feared as the Nightmare of Solomon, has stolen the GPO-2A. The pursuing forces from Torrington Base can only watch as the GPO-2A fades into the morning mist. Ko is forced to reckon with his own powerlessness after failing to stop Gato. The Albion, having received official orders to recover the GPO-2A, takes on new mobile suits and veteran pilots. Among the reinforcements is First Lieutenant Bernard Monsha, who challenges Ko to a mock battle for the right to pilot the GPO-1 in the recovery mission. Ko is pushed to his limit by the veteran pilot, but is able to eke out a victory through quick judgment when Monsha lets his guard down. With his place as pilot of the GPO-1 secured, Ko officially joins the mission to recover the GPO-2A and heads to Africa with the team. Meanwhile, Gato and the GPO-2A arrive at the Remnant's Kimberlide base in Africa. The soldiers, who have continued Zeon's fight in the years following the one-year war, welcome Gato with cheers. Gato's purpose in coming to Kimberlide base is to use an HLV, which is capable of launching a mobile suit into space. The base's commanding officer, Major General Nguyen Bitter, begins preparations to send Gato and the GPO-2A into space via the HLV. Meanwhile, the Albion arrives in Africa, but struggles to make headway in its search for the GPO-2A. Engineer Nick Orville is also discovered to be a spy for the Zeon remnants. I-First Synapse, captain of the Albion, allows Orville to escape, waging that the spy will lead them directly to the remnants' base.
It's a good thing we kept this last HLV around. It's an old model, but it should be sufficient to get you into orbit.
This will serve. I cannot thank you enough. Major General, I am sorry that I cannot share my next move after all you've done.
Such is war. Now, we need only see you to the rendezvous point with the recovery ship. Ha ha ha, 1 hour to launch. It may well be this base's finest moment.
Major General, we've had contact from Blau Engel. He's escaped the enemy ship.
The Anaheim tech, Orville.
Ignore him. We don't want the enemy tracing our transmission. No, wait. They may still find us based on his flight path. This could turn sour quickly. We have no choice but to shoot him down. The enemy will be here soon. Sortie all mobile suits. Equip all suits with boosters. If fortune smiles, we may be able to destroy the enemy ship. At the very least, we must buy time until the HLV launches. We shall surrender the base after the launch succeeds. It will have no purpose if we lose our mobile suits.
Will the soldiers truly accept that?
These men have fought bravely for 3 years, and now Operation Stardust carries all of our hopes. We're counting on you, Lieutenant Commander Gato.
Yes, sir. I swear to fulfill my mission and repay this debt.
Good. I'll buy some time for the HLV launch. Moving out.
Captain, it's just as you said. Orville is attempting to make contact with the other remnants.
Did you hear that, Lieutenant Burning? Get out there.
Yes, sir. No need for binoculars anymore. Mancha, you take the lead, and bring Araki and Keith with you.
I don't have time to babysit, Lieutenant.
That's an order.
Ah, fine, though I don't need a pair of babies pissing their pants.
Babies?
Don't worry, sir. We'll bring our own diapers.
Pfft, you think that's funny? Whatever we're going you to.
Blau and Gel to Kimberlide. Do you copy? I've escaped from the Albion. Cheek, everything looks the same. Oh, an escort. What? What are you doing? Stop.
Lieutenant, at our 1:30.
Finally, I was damn near sick of waiting. Get 'em! This is it. Uraki, cut a path. Think that Gundam of yours can manage that?
Ensign Araki, going in.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083. Stardust Memory, Stage 3. Attack and retreat on the burning sand.
I'm not going down. This should do it.
It seems the enemy didn't want Orville.
They must have shot him down so he wouldn't lead us to their base.
Send out Bait and Adele. If the enemy doesn't want to be found, wouldn't that mean they have the GPO-2A? The base must be in the direction Orville was flying.
Understood. Bait, Adele, move to sortie.
Only 2 mobile suits as escorts. This is our lucky day. Witness the power of our will. Godspeed, Lieutenant Commander Goto, for the glory of Operation Stardust.
There it is, the base.
Is that an HLV?
All hands, the Albion is going in. Open main cannon. Targeting is in your hands.
I can't get a good shot. There's too much smoke.
Never mind. Fire. Damn it. Missed.
I will repay this. I swear it.
Having been eluded by Gato and the GPO-2A, the Albion launches into space to pursue them. As a land-type mobile suit, however, the Gundam GPO-1 must switch to space-type equipment. The hurried Ko can't wait for the switch out and attempts to install the GPO-1 space-type equipment himself. Ko's obstinate attitude causes friction between him and Nina, an Anaheim engineer with whom he is becoming close. Meanwhile, Gato, after escaping into space with the GPO-2A, arrives at the Zeon Remnant's base in the Deadlock Sector, the Garden of Thrones. Awaiting him there are Vice Admiral Egil Delaz, commander of the Remnants, and Lieutenant Shima Garahao, having joined the war effort. Shima and the Shima fleet she commands attained infamy in the past for having carried out Zeon's dirty work.
What? Understood. Send it through. It's the Federation fleet. If we maintain our current course, they may well discover our position.
I will go. After all, I don't have a present yet.
Very well. Let's see what the Shima fleet can do.
Yes, sir. At once. Lieutenant Commander, I'll make things easier for you. Go ahead and give your Gundam a good wash.
Sensing something shady about Shima's demeanor, Gato expresses to Delaz his disapproval of their having joined forces with her. Delaz, while understanding of Gato's concerns, talks him around by explaining his intention to personally guide Shima in the right direction.
Ah, hey, ha, ha, ha. Come on now. Don't keep me waiting here. My patience has a limit, you know. Don't worry. I'll soon show you a good time.
Enemy warship incoming. It looks like a Zanzibar class.
Zanzibar class? Those things are tough. Where are our mobile suits?
Almost ready.
Huh? Captain. Urgent communique from Jaburo.
Save it for later.
But sir, it overrode our communications. Listen. Soldiers of the Federation and Principality of Zeon, we are at the Delas fleet. Everyone knows this truth. The armistice that ended the so-called one-year war. It is nothing but lies. It is a sham. We speak to you because the armistice was signed by traitors to the Republic of Zeon. Our cause is not lost. Our fight continues, as you shall all soon learn.
The Delaz fleet.
Ha! Obsolete Gelgoogs. This will be easy.
And they've got the three of us to contend with.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Keith doesn't count.
Sorry about that.
All right. Immortal Fourth, Rookie 1, I'm heading out.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 4. Gundam to the Sea of Stars.
We have never stopped believing. We believe in self-rule for the Space Noids. For those who were burned in the fires of battle.
Damn it. What's he doing spouting some sermon in the middle of battle? Come on, we're moving out.
Please, let me go. I'm going with or without your permission.
Wait, Ko. You do realize the GPO-1 isn't even fitted with space-type equipment yet.
Stay out of my way, Nina. I'm launching in the Gundam.
What the? Did you blow your balancers? Then there's really no reason to hold back. What kind of armor is that?
If I'd just stopped him when I had the chance.
Mistress Shima, it's almost time.
It won't go down.
Ensign Araki, are you still alive? Come in.
Forgive me. I couldn't do it. I'll bring back the Unit 1. I swear it.
Who to attack next?
Go to hell!
Running away already? Smart. Araki, you're drifting to the right. Veer left. Do you want to land on the Albion or not?
I'll make it back to the Albion, no matter what.
Now, with the fiery passion of today's youth running through my veins, I hereby once again declare war against the Earth Federation government. We will not be misled by whispers of false peace. I repeat the words in my heart for the honor of my country. Zeke Zion.
Delivering his speech during the raging battle, Delaz declares the treaty between the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon null and void, and in the same breath declares war on the Federation. Though the Albion manages to barely escape the Shima fleet, the GPO-1 suffers serious damage after recklessly daring to deploy with its land-type equipment still fitted. In order to repair the damaged Gundam GPO-1 and fit it with space-type equipment, the Albion docks at the lunar city of Van Braun. Ko, responsible for the damage caused to GPO-1, wanders the city alone with a guilty conscience. While out, he encounters a junkyard owner named Kelly Leisner.
I heard a Federation Forces ship docked at port. You a deserter? Why did you run away? Lose your nerve in combat?
Not exactly, but I wrecked a mobile suit.
So resign. If you want to quit, the sooner the better.
It's not that easy. Huh? Is that?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
That's a mobile armor from the 1-year war.
Kelly is actually a former Zeon pilot and is hiding the mobile armor Val Wallow. After meeting up with Shima, Kelly was promised that, upon completing the Valwallo, he would be allowed to join with the Delaz fleet.
Well done, Lieutenant Kelly Leisner. This should prove useful in Operation Stardust. But will you have it ready in time? Our ship leaves tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I'll have it ready.
Ko! There you are. I've been looking all over. Mora called. She said I could find you here. Are you feeling any better now? Come, let's head back to the Albion.
I can't, or not yet. I'm not done here yet. Something's still gnawing away at me, deep down. I'll return, I promise. Please let the captain know for me. Thanks for coming to get me.
This is not a simple courtesy. I sincerely await your return. At last, the time has come for us to rise again. We've been given a second chance. Let us stand together once more, as we did at Solomon. I hope my words have reached you. To Lieutenant Kelly Leisner. Respectfully, Ana Velgato.
I can't let this chance slip away. I have to finish by tomorrow, no matter what. I still have plenty of fire left in me. Ha! What brings you back?
I've decided to return to my ship, but I want to finish fixing this thing before I do.
You pity me?
It's not like that. I've been thinking, if I quit being a pilot now, where would I even end up? I could probably eke out a living as a mechanic, but...
Yeah, I thought about running this junkyard until I retire. That's not the life for me, though. I can busy myself with work, but I can't shake the feeling that I don't belong here. Somehow, deep down, I know I'm meant to be a pilot.
I know what you mean.
Next time we meet, it won't be as friends.
Despite knowing Kelly's true identity, Ko helps him repair the Val Wallow. As he does, Ko slowly begins to reclaim his resolve as a soldier. With the Val Wallow repaired, Ko returns to the Albion and takes his place in the cockpit of the newly renovated GP-01, the Gundam GP-01 Full Burnern. Meanwhile, Kelly, learning that Shima needed only the Val Wallow and not him, challenges the Gundam to a battle in an effort to prove his strength as a soldier.
Enemy mobile armor approaching. All mobile suits, hurry up and prepare to launch. Fighting is forbidden in Von Braun.
My name is Kelly Leisner. Do you hear me, Federation vessel? I wish to duel the Gundam.
This guy's a lunatic. What's he hoping to achieve? Are our mobile suits ready yet?
I'm not here to face off against some meager gem. I'm willing to open fire on Von Braun.
He's calling for the Gundam. What's this about? We've got no choice. Let Ensign Araki handle this.
Kelly, is that you, Ensign Araki, deploying aboard the Gundam?
So, the Gundam's come.
Kelly, why are you doing this? Stop it, please. We don't need to fight like this.
Araki? So you're in the Gundam. Don't be naive, Araki. You can't pick and choose your battles in war.
Huh?
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 5, The Warrior of Von Braun.
What are you risking your life for? What could this be worth, Kelly?
Weren't you listening to Vice Admiral Delaz? He said it all. But it's my instincts as a soldier that...
Get wrecked.
This is Val Wallow Ga.
Kelly, use your escape pod.
Psh! This thing's not equipped with anything like that. Araki, I don't regret a thing I've done.
Kelly.
You're not going anywhere.
Kelly.
Way to go, Ko. How many pilots can say they shot down a mobile armor?
Keith.
Araki, you've made a fine pilot. Looks like the full burn brought out your potential.
Thank you, sir.
Well done, Ensign. We'll be deploying to the Sea of Solomon for reconnaissance. We need to uncover the Delaz fleet's plan. Can you return at once?
Right. I'm a pilot. I have to face Gato, once and for all. Roger, Ko Araki, heading back. I'm coming for you, Gato.
Kelly, you've fallen behind. Not that I would ever stop waiting. After all, no one knows you better than I.
The 3rd Squadron has rendezvoused from 8 points to port. All ships are now in formation.
At last, it begins. The beating of my heart is one with the pulsing of space. All for the success of Operation Stardust. Here we come, Solomon.
As the Albion makes its departure from Von Braun, Gato and the GPO-2A remain entirely unaccounted for. Around this time, the Federation decides to hold its first naval review since the one-year war at Confido, the space fortress formerly known as Solomon. Tasked with security detail for the review, the Albion is assigned to patrol its perimeter. Every member of the crew, including the ship's captain Synapse, senses that the review presents an opportunity Gado is sure to seize, however. On a break from duty burning, commander of the Albion's mobile suit team conducts a training session with Ko and Keith, only to suffer the first defeat of his life during this very drill.
Araki, you did well. Let me treat you to a beer when we get back. Looks like I'm past my prime. I wonder how much longer I can keep piloting this thing.
Although pleased with the younger pilot's progress, Burning is forced to acknowledge that his own skills have declined.
Ko!
Nina.
You did it! You finally beat Lieutenant Burning.
All that research paid off. It predicted his every move.
Ehehehe. This Gundam's come a long way along with a certain pilot.
It's my Gundam, after all.
Yours? Where do you think you'd be without me looking after you?
Oh, come on. I'm a Federation officer now. Stop treating me like your little brother.
Ha! Who are you kidding? I'll treat you like a grown-up when you learn to eat your vegetables.
You can look after my Gundam.
Meanwhile, as the Delaz fleet prepares for battle, the Shima fleet in their midst shows signs of suspicious behavior. Having made a secret deal with the Earth Federation, Shima plans to rendezvous with the warship Birmingham, aboard which is Admiral Green Wyatt. Moments before they make contact, however, they are discovered by the Albion, and the private agreement between the Federation and the Shima fleet results in failure.
Sir, emergency transmission from the Albion. Enemy ship sighted. Mobile suits en route. From the Albion to the Fleet Review Commander.
And we had the perfect chance to gather intel on Stardust from a mole. Idiots, go away. I should have expected this from a ship under Cowan's command. Idiot.
It's turning around! The Birmingham's turning around!
Are those bastards betraying us?
Keep your nerve. We'll know soon enough. Just wait.
Enemy ship firing. The Nibelung sunk.
He. How kind of him to let me go. He has to put on a performance for his allies. That's why he left out this ship. Perhaps he was a decent man after all.
That's the Birmingham for you. It's pulling back and it still sank one of theirs.
2 o'clock. 2 enemy ships escaping. I'll never forget that ship.
Calm down. We're here to provide support for the Birmingham as it retreats.
Him again. How many times does he need to be taught the same lesson?
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 6, Conspiracy Sector.
Hold out until Lieutenant Bates' team arrives. Bastard.
Gah, your maneuvers are even better than before.
Get wrecked.
You're not too bad.
Mistress Shima, let us handle this. Please withdraw.
How annoying. I'm falling back.
Did I get the enemy leader? What is that? A Zeon soldier's corpse? There's something attached to its wrist, a briefcase? Now, what's that about?
What's that mobile suit playing at? Surely not.
Where's Lieutenant Burning?
This might just show us what we're up against. What?
You won't be leaving Shima behind.
Looks like I took a few hits.
I'm impressed. You managed to survive my attack.
Mistress Shima, the Lily Marlene is within retrieval range.
Fine, this is Gato's burden to bear anyway. Okay, let's retreat.
They retreated. Still, Uraki, Keith, the two of you fought brilliantly today. You're both full-fledged pilots now, and you've been more than a match for the enemy for some time. All that's left is for you to put that potential into action, but I can't teach you that.
Right?
We've been through this before, haven't we? That one night in Australia.
I remember doing nothing but push-ups.
Haha, really? Oh, I was forgetting. Let's see what's inside this briefcase before we reach the ship. Operation Stardust, the Sea of Solomon, practical requirements. This is incredible. The enemy's positions are all here. The GPO-2A.
What did you say, Lieutenant? Is it Gato?
Yes, Uraki! Gato's going to make his move.
What are they trying to do?
They're trying to... This is...
Gah! Before Burning can reveal his findings, tragedy occurs. A spark from the Gem Customs' damaged circuitry ignites some propellant and causes the mobile suit to explode.
Did the verniers malfunction? Lieutenant, answer, Lieutenant? Lieutenant Burning. Lieutenant Burning. Hang in there.
How could this happen? It's just...
The crew and pilots of the Albion are devastated by Burning's sudden death.
Lieutenant, why did this... Damn it, Lieutenant Burning.
On this day, while lending support to the warship Birmingham, the outstanding field commander, Lieutenant South Burning, perishes. While praying for him, I hereby invoke my privilege as the acting commander of this vessel to promote Alpha A Bait and Co Uraki to the next rank. And so, succeeding Lieutenant South Burning, Lieutenant Alpha A Bait is appointed as commander of the mobile suit team.
The pockets of Zeon remnants in hiding who are unable to accept their defeat during the one-year war find a light of hope in the Delaz fleet. As such, in order to rendezvous with the fleet, a great many of these remnants gather in the Confado sector and prepare for a confrontation with the Earth Federation. With the Zeon remnants' largest base axis, also deploying a forefront armada to support the Delaz fleet, the combined forces approach the Earth sphere.
Who are these guys? They're not even regular soldiers, but they just keep coming.
They've come to join the Delaz fleet, or rather, join up with Gato.
The day of the naval review finally arrives, but the Albion search for the GPO-2A is stymied by a fierce assault from the Zeon remnants in the Confado area, leaving the ship's crew exhausted and impatient. Meanwhile, the Delaz fleet forges ahead with Operation Stardust, advancing it to its next step and setting the stage for Gato to deploy in the GPO-2A.
That good old space. Where's my signal to launch?
But the success of this operation hinges on the element of surprise.
If such a trifling thing leads us to failure, then the heavens have turned against us. Fire.
Roger.
Thank you. Now I only have to see this through.
In spite of the iron will harbored by Gato and his allies, the officers of the Earth Federation underestimate not only the Delaz fleet, but the Zeon remnants as well. Admiral Green Wyatt of the Federation deliberately conducted the naval review to lure out the Delaz fleet in hopes of swiftly settling the conflict. He has no idea, however, of the catastrophe this decision will bring about.
UC 0079, or the year whose great war rendered it the worst humanity had ever known. 3 years have passed since we overcame that hardship, and now the grand space pageant that is the Naval Review can be celebrated again. As a symbol of the Earth sphere's peace and stability, it is a source of profound joy. Naval reviews originated in Earth year 1341. During the Anglo-French War, King Edward III of England started personally inspecting fleets that were to deploy. The thought of letting some stunted faction trample over all the blessings of the cosmos that we should be sharing instead. Deplorable. I won't let the Federation get away with so sinister an address. It is an insult to the fallen.
Do not despair, sir. After all, we are alive, here and now.
You're right. We'll wipe out those avaricious Federation bastards. Carius course report.
No problems with the compass. He's guiding us right to him with that speech.
Right. I'm storming the bay. Anyone not in my escort, keep to the plan. Stage a diversion and keep them distracted.
Roger.
Lieutenant Bate, can you hear me? Units confirmed in the Lamos patrol zone. Looks like the enemy, and they're moving fast. G-Block 77.
Roger. I'm on my way right now. Man, I'm hungry. Can't believe I didn't have time to grab a bite.
This is Iraqi. Do we have confirmation on the GPO-2A? What about Gato?
We have no information at present.
Roger.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 7, The Nightmare of Solomon.
How long will this fighting go on until I take Gato down?
Carius, you've done enough getting this far. Go ahead and withdraw.
We're not in the clear yet. Just a little longer.
I've sorted from here to deceive the Federation more times than I can count. And now, Stardust will... Gah! Autogun batteries.
Are they onto us?
A new enemy now? Where?
S0, an unknown in the shoal zone. Transferring visual?
What? The GPO-2A? It slipped past us.
Gatto's in S0.
Can we make it in time from here?
Go, Araki. If you just use the full burner.
Right?
Leave this one to me. Keith, go with him.
Roger, Ko, wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
I can make it. Come on.
This is the moment I have long awaited, so that our comrades did not fall in vain.
The Gundam GPO-2A. Where is it?
Behind you, Confados.
Erg.
For the rebirth of Zeon's ideals, for Operation Stardust. Solomon, I have returned.
Is this Stardust?
What's that light? This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
Gatto.
Hey, wait, Ko.
Bloody hell. Who would have thought a Federation mobile suit would?
I'm afraid this isn't over yet. It's only just begun. Set a course for Confeto. It's up to us to provide support.
Sir, we could not have hoped for better. Vindication after 3 long years.
A nightmare has awoken from its slumber.
Ha 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 ha. Shall we head back then, Lieutenant Commander? I'll be waiting for you at the rendezvous point.
But it was all so easy. Have we won already with a single blow? Under my feet, eh?
Hear me, Gatto. I know you do. Even if you don't remember me, I sure remember you.
I know that voice. It's that man from long ago.
I won't stop until we have our duel.
It'll only be the finishing touch to my triumph. And then, we'll have nothing more to say to each other.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 8, Colliding War Zones.
You must be pleased with yourself, Gato, but that GPO-2A belongs to us, and we don't like being humiliated.
That's understandable. All wars start with a grudge. That's obvious.
When will you shut up?
But you are fueled by anger, and so you cannot win. I, however, have justice on my side. You've gotten better.
Hi.
Grah!
Lieutenant Commander, get out of there.
Kohuri.
Arg.
Grah!
Get out of there. Damn it, the core fighter's broken.
I believe it was Uraki, wasn't it?
What?
I won't forget again.
Gato. Arg.
You okay, Ko?
2/3 of the Earth Federation fleet gathered at Confado for the naval review are neutralized in the GPO-2A's nuclear attack. Having successfully delivered a devastating blow to the Federation, the Delaz fleet transitions to the final stage of Operation Stardust, the execution of a colony drop. Acting on orders from Delaz, the Shima fleet seizes 2 colonies that are in transit with the intention of conducting a colony drop on the moon. Meanwhile, having lost the GPO-2A, got a rendezvous with the Axis's advanced fleet. After being given the mobile armor Neue Ziel, he heads out to protect the stolen colonies.
It's glorious, the very embodiment of the spirit of Zeon. When all is accomplished, we can have the neutral Axis fleet recover our troops. This way, we can fight without remorse.
The Albion, down the GPO-1, makes its way to the dock ship La Vie en Rose in order to obtain a new mobile suit of its own, the Gundam GPO-3. However, the supervisor of the Gundam development project, Vice Admiral Cowan, who is also a key supporter of the Albion, is held responsible for the nuclear attack on Confado and stripped of his position. In light of this, the Albion's acquisition of the GPO-3 becomes a difficult matter.
I am Lieutenant Commander Nakaha Nakado of the 401st Patrol Company. While in port, the Albion falls under our command. The Albion is no longer tasked with pursuing the Delaz fleet. Its new mission is to escort the La Vie en Rose and the GPO-3 for the purpose of delivering combat data. Lieutenant Araki is the only other crew member authorized to join the captain and Nina Purpleton on the La Vie en Rose.
Welcome aboard the La Vie en Rose. I am Director Karina Haxel. Now, if you'll follow me. She oversees the GPO-3's development.
Hello, I'm Lucette Odivi. It's been a while, Nina. I heard about the GPO-1. That must have been rough.
Right. You look well, Lucette.
Lieutenant Araki, I've heard about you. They say you're well-versed in mobile suit theory. I'd appreciate your cooperation with GPO-3's test flight.
Lucette, the project is on hold for now. Besides, we cannot permit him to pilot Unit 3. Orders from above.
Crap, it's not like Goto's sitting on his hands. So why am I on standby here of all places? Lucette?
I beg your pardon, Lieutenant Araki. Do you have a minute? Actually, I wanted to show you something.
Me? It's GPO-3. I can hardly believe it.
How about it? Think you can handle it? GPO-3 is yours if you want it.
That to be against orders.
You need GPO-3 now, don't you? Why else are you here? The brass will understand. We'd be defending the Federation, after all. Right? I'll be going then. I trust you'll make the right choice.
Amidst these events, the propellant of the colonies that are to be dropped on the moon flares to life while in lunar orbit. News breaks that the fleet has been outrun, and that the colonies are now targeting Earth. Delaz's true target never was the moon. His true plan is to execute another colony drop on Earth.
A feint, you mean the colony drop's real target is the Earth.
It's the tragedy of the one-year war all over again. Earth only has another 38 hours. We can't afford to hesitate, Lieutenant Araki.
Lucette, I'm ready when you are.
timing, Lieutenant.
Wait, that's no core block system. And unless I'm wrong, the tail binder doubles as a locking system.
Impressive, Lieutenant. Come. The details can wait.
Not one more step, Araki.
Lieutenant Commander Nakato.
Just what do you think you're doing, Lieutenant? Now, back away from the Gundam. This is your last chance. Come here. It's not too late.
You, can't you see what's going on? The colony is...
Imbecile.
Lieutenant Araki.
Lucette.
Bastard, you'd use a civilian as a shield. Stealing GPO-3, killing a civilian. This calls for court-martial, but I'll be your judge, jury, and executioner. Ga.
All right, you goons. Drop your guns now.
Order your men to stand down, Lieutenant Commander Nakato. We're supposed to be fighting the Delaz fleet.
Ah, Lucette!
Nina, GPO-3 is in your hands. I've always known why you were against it. Because 3 years ago, on the moon, I realized you and Lieutenant Gato were lovers.
Yes, that's why. That's why I can't keep watching them fight.
Nina, GPO-3 is in good hands now.
Lucette? Lucette!
Determining that the Albion is the only vessel in a position to halt the colony drop, Synapse decides to seize the GPO-3 and pursue the colonies.
Range?
107,000 kilometers to the colony, sir.
Captain, 8 hours, 22 minutes until the point of no return. Please order the mobile suits to launch.
Not yet. Not until GPO-3 breaks through their defenses. But can Lieutenant Araki really hold out that long?
Never thought I'd see the day.
Then again, the ghost of Zeon has always been our problem.
Ever since we ran into the Gundam,
We can't count on the Shima fleet. We'll handle this ourselves.
But sir, think of your health.
Heh, I'm the only one who can defeat that Gundam. Have I ever been so moved gazing upon the Earth? I'll defeat the Gundam before the enemy shows itself.
After outwitting the Federation forces, Delaz remains vigilant for any activity in the Earth orbiting fleet from aboard the Guadin. Shima also makes her appearance aboard the ship, albeit with an ominous aura about her. The next moment, the noise of gunfire echoes throughout the ship, signaling Shima's betrayal.
Simon, How much longer? How much time before the colony falls?
We've got 3 hours, 11 minutes.
We're running out of time. There's no hope of reinforcements. But we have to do something. We have to stop the colony drop. Battle speed 1, 5 minutes. Full speed ahead from here on out.
So, the ship's not retreating then. That's fine by me. We're done talking.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 9, Assault on the Point of No Return.
Gato?
Araki, I won't let you interfere with the colony drop.
Get wrecked. To the colony.
You're too late.
Og, has it fallen too far to stop?
The colony, it's falling toward Earth.
There's still time. We can't let it fall on Jaburo.
Captain, we've received a message from the First Fleet. What? It says the Delaz fleet has stopped firing.
What's the meaning of this?
The falling colony passes the point of no return, rendering the Albion's desperate efforts futile as it enters a collision course with Earth. And yet, in that moment, something was amiss in the Delaz fleet. Shima, having turned traitor to assist the Earth Federation, has taken Delaz hostage. With their leader now a captive, the Delaz fleet is forced to cease fighting. The Federation also readies a secret weapon with which to intercept the falling colony. Lying in wait on the collision course is the decisive weapon, Solar System 2, which can use mirrors to fire a beam of light harnessed from the sun.
The solar system.
So, all along, they had an ace in the hole to prevent another colony drop.
Damn you. You call yourself a Xeon officer?
Yes, and it nearly got me killed. When the situation calls for it, I switch sides.
Inferring Shima's traitorous actions, Gato appears in front of the ship.
Sir!
I'm sorry. I thought I could lead one without honor, but I was a fool.
Shima, you treacherous snake.
Delaz being taken hostage, Gato is unable to take action until Delaz urges him to go through with the colony drop.
Gato, finish it. We still have the colony. Go. Forget about me. I'm a dead man. Gato, do not let my sacrifice be in vain.
You fool, the solar system's targeting it. Have you lost your mind?
Sir!
Zeke Zeon.
Driven to distraction by Delaz's strength of purpose, Shima lets her trigger finger slip. After witnessing Delaz's death before his very eyes, a furious Gato destroys the Guadan's bridge.
210 minutes left. It'll take more than some mirrors. Even the solar system has a weakness. All we have to do is stop the control ship. I swear I will not fail.
What? Protect that Xeon squad together with the solar system?
That's right. The Shima fleet is working with our ships.
But sir, can the military authorize that?
You insolent. Are you disobeying me?
Lieutenant Uraki, you'll never catch Gato from there. Withdraw immediately.
Did Lieutenant Burning die for nothing? Did Kelly?
Lieutenant Uraki, get back here.
Enemy mobile armor closing in. Distance 12,000.
That's Shima. She failed us.
Gra! If I can just take out the control ship.
Gra! Distance to space colony 4,000. 70 seconds to solar system 2 focus.
The colony's in our sights. Enough focus.
It's not ready yet. Just 30 seconds more for...
I don't care. Do it.
That must be the control ship. Go to hell. Heaven help me.
Captain, the control ship.
What?
The colony is not destroyed, and its descent toward Earth continues.
It's still there.
Every means of preventing the colony drop has been exhausted.
Nothing can stop it now.
The colony is entering the final stage of its descent. 151 minutes to impact.
Where's Iraqi? Is he still out there?
Damn it, they took my winning hand away. Forget the guide beacon. Are you trying to get killed? A reading above me? I told you so. What the hell is wrong with that suit? Can't it hear us?
Bastards.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083. Stardust Memory, Stage 10. The Afterglow of Zeon.
Aw.
Whose side are you on?
Crash and burn.
What aha?
Gato, where'd he go? Where's his machine?
Ko, Nina's heading for the colony and the core fighter.
Nina, but why?
I don't know. I really don't.
I'm going to the colony. Keith, protect the Albion.
Those destined to follow in our footsteps are counting on our success. Just one last course correction. Nina Purpleton.
Please, Gato, you've done enough. You have to stop the...
This isn't over. I will see Operation Stardust through.
This colony's bound to crash into Earth. There's no stopping it. Does it have to be Jaburo?
It's not Jaburo. You wouldn't understand.
Why? Why did you come back into my life? And after you suddenly walked out that day?
I hoped you'd forget our time together, when we abandoned ourselves on the moon, simply waiting for the inevitable.
I tried to forget. No, I did forget.
I've devoted myself to the revival of Zeon. You may be the true witness to Stardust.
Gato, hang on!
Nina.
Stop it, Ko. There's no more reason to fight.
Get away from him. Don't you realize what he's done?
I had to watch you two fight until one of you killed the other. Even though I prayed for it not to happen.
Nina, did you really ever care about me? Tell me.
Stop.
Ha.
Ko, stop this.
Nina, you can't be serious. Nina, he took the colony and the GPO to A.
Ko, it's not about that.
Ga. Nina, come back. Get back here. Nah.
If I've read the situation, that's all the more reason for me to want you to leave me behind.
That doesn't matter. You didn't leave me much of a choice.
Nina, I'm sorry.
Huh? What?
Lieutenant Commander, we're being flanked by lunar forces. Please, come with us. There's no time.
Karius.
Lieutenant Araki, the colony's breaking up. Please evacuate immediately. Do you read me? We did everything we could.
This is Araki. I've just left the colony.
Lieutenant, you made it out. Regroup with the Albion ASAP.
What?
If you weren't Federation scum, you'd probably have been spared this suffering.
Lieutenant, what's the matter, Lou?
You were waiting, hung for me.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Stage 11, A Storm Raging Through.
Gra. Retreat now, and it's all over. We've got to press on.
Damn you.
Wah.
So much for your equipment.
You haven't won yet. Gato. This is our only chance.
Not bad, but it's not over.
Behind me?
Too slow. Well, you're not slipping away now. What?
What's that light? Or...
The battle between Ko and Gato is brought to a halt by the Federation's firing of Solar System 2. Having fallen unconscious during Solar System 2's attack, Ko later opens his eyes to find no sign of Gato in the sector.
Gato, he left without delivering the final blow.
Instead of settling the score with Gato, Ko has been humiliated by his rival. Overcome with frustration, he lets out a solitary scream.
War.
Meanwhile, after entering Earth's atmosphere, the colony crashes down into North America. The Delaz fleet's Operation Stardust is a success.
Well, I guess it's time.
All survivors of the Delaz fleet, you have nowhere to return to. Surrender at once.
Listen, if even one of you breaks through, make it to the Axis fleet. I'll proclaim our victory in the next world.
Your presence here is no longer authorized. Withdraw immediately, or are you prepared for engagement?
Cease recovery operations.
What? Just 5 minutes. Please wait just 5 minutes.
Turn the fleet around. Set course for Axis. You're free to make your own choice.
Please.
Gra.
Having seen the colony drop through to completion, Gato charges the Federation fleet in order to give his allies a chance to retreat to Axis. He dies in space. Owing to the conflict that the Zeon remnants incited, the people of Earth come to regard space noids as a greater threat. Moreover, in an act that comes to invite great disaster, the Titans task force is formed for the express purpose of hunting down Zeon remnants. Following the end of the conflict, Ko is sentenced to prison for the crime of having used the GPO-3 without permission. The upper echelons of the Federation suppressed the Gundam development project to cover up what happened, however, and all records of the project are erased. With the Gundam development project erased from existence, evidence of Ko having used the Gundam also vanishes, and he is ultimately exonerated. The Delaz conflict, which left scars on both Earth noids and space noids, disappears like a sweeping storm, leaving not even a victor in its wake. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Hard Stage 1, Unexpected Engagement. 1.
Pointless.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Hard Stage 2, Unexpected Engagement 2.
You're not going anywhere.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Hard Stage 3, Unexpected Engagement. 3.
Go to hell.
Take this.
Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Boss Battle versus Neue Ziel, Normal. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Boss Battle versus Neue Ziel, Hard. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory, Boss Battle versus Neues Ziel. Expert? Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Rare Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO3 Normal. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Rare Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO3 Hard. Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory Rare Boss Battle versus Gundam GPO3 Expert.